South Louisiana, I always loved to sing. It was always a passion of mine. As soon as I could start talking, I was singing. And it kind of evolved from there, and it led me to where I am today. I played in bands all over Louisiana. I had my own band down there, and it's really evolved me in music. When I was young, it wasn't so much instruments as it was the vocals. I loved being able to take a lyric and making somebody feel it, that emotion that only an artist can bring to something. And I really wanted to be able to do that for somebody. The first band I played with was a little band at home called Kenny and the Heartbreakers, and he walked in the door. He didn't want to teach me, and I didn't want to learn. Eventually he got mad. He said, "Look, either you want to learn or I can just go." And so I went home and I thought about it and talked with my parents about it, and next time he came, he walked in with a guitar, and in 10 minutes I picked up my first song. When I get home from school, it was music. Music was my life. I didn't go out, I didn't go sleepovers, I didn't do any of that. I did my homework and I immediately would jump to singing. I would get to the radio, I'd find a song that I was really in love with, and I would sing it until I had it down. And of course, my dad, everywhere I'd go, "Okay, you can sing for them now, they need to hear you." So it was just one place to another. I think we even were at a sale barn one time, and the guy was over there auctioning off the cows, and he's talking like this, And Dad's like, "Hey, why don't you go up there and grab the mic and sing for him?" And so at 9 years old, I'm climbing up these bars, going all the way up here where he's at, and I take the mic from him, and I start singing. I had musical stuff all over the place. Matter of fact, I kicked my dad out of his office at work, and I completely took it over and I made it my music room. And he still laughs about that to this day. Yeah, thinks it's absolutely hilarious. The classic rock and all that, like the Bee Gees and the Beatles. Listen to, he sings Maggie May, Rod Stewart. I listened to Kenny Chesney. He was my main guy. Watch him go to his islands on his yacht and all that. I'm like, that's gonna be me one day. I still want that. And it was just, he's so laid back, and that just fits my personality perfect. I've had so many people over the years help me along, and to narrow it down to really one is kind of hard, but just to say a few, T. Graham Brown, he's a super, super awesome guy. And he came into my life. Actually, first time I met T. Graham Brown, his saxophone player couldn't make it down. And he asked me to come and play a few songs just to kind of fill in the void. And he gave me a week. I learned the songs and I showed up at Cajun Field in front of 10,000 people. And that was an awesome experience. And he kind of got me in the door, and that kind of led me to where I am now. So really happy with having met him. Well, in high school, I was juggling between music and going into pediatrics because I love kids, and I always was interested in the medical field. And that was always more of a sure thing than music ever was, but as much as I thought that was safe, I just couldn't live a safe life, and I'd feel miserable the rest of my life knowing that I gave up on my music. And as for girlfriends, I didn't have to worry about that in high school. I wasn't exactly Mr. Popular in high school, but luckily it was actually through music that I met the girl, and I can't be more happy. The song "What Do I Do With Me" has a special place to me. It came to me at a time where my future mother-in-law was passing away with stage 4 cancer. And actually the week that I went and recorded, she was back home on her deathbed. She was about to pass away. And they were telling me, "You need to hurry back because you're gonna miss this." And so while I was recording this, I was crying. It was really something. And when I came home and she passed away, I was able to get her blessing to marry her daughter right before she passed, and that was a beautiful story. But I've talked to many people afterwards that have heard the CD after that, and they say that it resonated with them because they've been there in that time of loss. And most people can relate because at some point you're going to lose someone special. And it just really taps into that emotion that you're lost. You feel like you're just never going to find your way out of this hole that you're in because they're gone.
Yeah.
That piece of your heart is broken.
I bow my head and I say a prayer to find the strength to let you go. As I watch them lay you in the ground. No, no, no. I got your letter yesterday. It sure sounds like a crazy place. It's good to hear you're getting settled in.
Here in Louisiana, they asked me to find a song in Nashville to kind of bring a piece of home with me. And I searched and I searched and I searched. There's a lot of good songs down here. It's just none of them were quite where I wanted them to be. And one day, a good buddy of mine, Joe Douglas, he walked up to me. He's like, "You ever heard this?" I was like, "No." And he pulls out this CD and he throws it in my CD player, and this song starts playing. I was like, "Whoa, this might be something." So I immediately plugged it into my computer and I sent it off to Ted Hewitt. And he said, "Man, where'd you get that song?" I said, "All right, I know what I'm recording." And I brought it up there, and it's all the different aspects of home that people imagine when they say Louisiana. And it's just a touch of us kind of describing our lives to you.
And Mississippi's bulldog died. Tell those folks in New York City that I said to treat you right. I hope they know what they've got. I'm missing you a lot here in Louisiana.
I was really impressed with Mathew in the studio. He was, for one thing, he was really well prepared. I mean, he knew the songs, and he really knew what he wanted to do with them. He really didn't need a lot of coaching. You know, like some singers will come in and things are not working and they're not singing the song right. But Mathew came in and really nailed the songs like the first or second time through. He would constantly get better. He would sing a song and sing it really well, probably as well as anything that you hear on the radio. But he would come back. He had this drive to want to get it even better. He was really driven to have it be as close to perfect as he could get it. You know, he's a young guy and he's very modern, but he also has a feel for some of the classic songs. And it's interesting because his fan base is very, very, very diverse as far as age goes. I mean, the young girls like him, but the young girls' moms like him too, and their grandmas like him too. So he has this very wide range, and I really think he's going to do really well in the music business. He has a lot of soul. He has a lot of emotion in his voice, and I think he connects with people. I think, and that's really an important thing. Being able to connect with people. That's really what this is all about. If you're singing, and you're singing to like a big crowd, but you need to be just like you're singing to one person, and that you're sharing an emotion with that person. And he has a very positive attitude about his music and about connecting with people and having a positive message that connects with people. And I've seen him do that. I've seen him, you know, connect on that one-to-one level, and that's huge.
I should have loved the way she really needed to be loved, but I just wasn't in it far enough. And now all that other stuff that used to mean so much is just a blur.
And this past year has really been a blessing to me. I've been able to go up there and record in Nashville. I mean, the guys that are up there, they're amazing. How they can just take a song and in 5 minutes, not knowing it from any other time, just nail it. And it's the craziest thing to watch. And they'll sit back and without any notepads, pens, or anything, they'll say, okay, at exactly 2 minutes and 15 seconds into this song, I screwed this up and I need to fix this and I need to do this. And it's just like, wow, where did you hear this? I didn't even hear you make a mistake in everything you just did. But they made it a really fun process for me. I was more critical on myself, of course. They had to kind of slap me around, stop me from that. I was making it too long. Ted Hewitt has been a really good mentor to me and helped me make my music the best it can be. I'm really proud of what came out.